I like that. Whoa, I like that. Oh, I like that. Ooh. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Justin Burke. I'm a vocal coach. About me now. I'm on a mission to teach the world how to sing, and I made you a free singing lesson. It's down in the description on YouTube. And I know what you're thinking. You're like, okay, another free lesson. I'm not gonna do this. I'm not doing it. I get it. I'd be the same way. But over 200,000 people now have been through that free lesson in over 100 countries. Literally everybody that does the crazy exercises, here's an immediate improvement. I'm warning you, you're going to have to go into a room where no one's at, lock the door, because I'm gonna have you bounce up and down. I'm gonna have you do some crazy things, but by the end of it, you really will improve your voice. And you know, above all, I just want to get the message out that you can learn to sing. I used to be terrible, like terrible, so bad. And if I can learn, I'm telling you, anybody can learn. And now, you know, through Singer, where you can check out in the description, we've been able to teach thousands of other people, majority beginners who have a dream, you know, who were like me when I was first starting and who had a dream of like, what would happen if I would be a Bollywood star? Like, what would it be like if I was that person that, you know, other people are reacting to? Or what would it be like if I was singing on that stage, or I was a part of that film, or I wrote that original song, or even just if I could feel confident in my voice at karaoke, or even feel confident in my speaking voice. And I know how that feels, and I want to let you know that you don't have to be born with a great voice. You can improve. And the reality is that so many people try to make you think it's more complicated than it needs to be. Vocal coaches will try to sell you on a bunch of stuff or like a monthly lesson, and they'll try to like drag it out to keep you paying them. Okay, trust me, I had to take with so many coaches, and I'm telling you right now that it doesn't have to be that way. Singing can be easy, simple. You can get results so fast, and I want to prove that to you in 15 minutes. So I hope I will see you over there at the end of this reaction. Are you ready? Let's do this. Get into this because I just saw one of the actors do this, but the side-to-side head movement is something that we don't have in the West. I've been to India, and it's so common there, and I miss it. It was just literally a flashback of you know, learning all the different kind of like gestures and movements that we don't have in the West. Super cool. Anyway, thought I'd say that. Wait. I'm trying to follow this. So they're going remake then original, or original then remake. But I also have to say that the beats, the instrumentation in Indian music is just so fun. It just makes me want to just like pump my shoulder like that, when you all know that I shouldn't be doing that. I should not dance. I should not be allowed. There we go.
Hi, how are you? हाथ मिला के पूछे how do you do? Style पे उसकी smile.
I remember that. I've seen that. Oh, I like that. Ooh. Definitely, that was definitely my favorite remake there. Leave me a comment too at the end of this. Let me know what was your favorite remake. Normally, I don't like remakes that are done that try to sound similar to the classic song. There's something just so beautiful about those classics where it's like you just want to keep it there. If you're going to remake it, you almost need to make a new song around it. But some of these were done really, really well. At first, I wasn't catching like which one was the original, which one was the remake, but now this is sounding really, really good. Okay, I love whose tone was that, and I have reacted to whoever that vocalist was that was just singing there. Such a beautiful, angelic vocal tone, and you know, when it comes to the different Bollywood singers, I'll be honest, they are all so good. It's almost like what sets them apart is just the stylization and the tone. You know, they all have those beautiful consoirs, right? Those little, sound to me like very quick pitch inflections, right? They're all able to dance around the melody beautifully. They're all able to add just gorgeous riffs and runs and just have gorgeous agility. It's incredible. Pretty much all of them, right? Majority. So at that point, then it comes down to the vocal tone. And that is something that with a lot of vocalists, like when it comes to having commercial success, a lot of it comes down to your vocal tone. And that's why I also teach a lot of vocal tone and really teach people how to have that kind of commercial radio quality tone. You never want to forget that, you know? You never want to just lose sight of the vocal tone, which is literally what connects us together. It's the characteristics of the voice that help move people emotionally. Because, you know, you can hear singers who can just hit these insane high notes, like crazy high notes, but it's almost like you can't connect with them. It's like they just lack that, or you lack that emotional connection with them. And, you know, I think as people, we would all pretty much would take the singer that we can emotionally connect with over just the singer that can hit all these crazy high notes. So that's why vocal tone is so important. Oh my gosh. I need a chiropractor if I tried that. So good. Oh my God.
डार्लिंग तुम्हारा है ज़माना पापा कहते हैं बड़ा नाम करेगा बेटा हमारा ऐसा काम करेगा
I mean, it is literally no surprise as to why a lot of people in the West love Bollywood productions, because they put on a production. They put on a production. You're just not going to see as much like that here in the West as you do there. It's like everyone is so intense. I'm just watching this like, oh my gosh, the amount of time, energy, effort put into making this, it's actually taking me away from the vocals. You know it's a good visual when it takes me away from the vocals, but also a beautiful vocalist. The more difficult part though with the music videos of the Bollywood tracks is that typically I think it's not always the artist actually singing that's in the video. So you're almost like watching a different storyline plot while just listening. And so it can, even a vocal coach like me who spends every day, all day listening to voices and training voices and singing myself, even me, I get tied onto the visuals, so they do a great job. Gorgeous consoirs there. Oh, I love that. That reminds me, that right there literally brought me to a flashback of being in India and singing in a group. And everyone's like, it was like one of these or something. It's like, I don't know exactly what it was. I need to stop doing that, especially not on a camera. I'm going to watch this back and be very embarrassed, but bear with me here. But anyway, it was just so fun. It just brings so much energy, you know, into the body when you're in a group, when you're singing together, especially those kind of like, those just driving beats and the syncopated beats and rhythms that's in a lot of Indian music like that. Just, I love it. That's crazy. Literally, I just had a flashback.
मेरे अंगने में तुम्हारा क्या काम है
मेरे अंगने में तुम्हारा क्या काम है मेरे अंगने में तुम्हारा क्या काम है जो है ना
See, they did too much with that remake. Too much. Gosh. That's me want to learn how to dance.
बेजुबां कब से मैं रहा बेगुनाह सहता मैं रहा मेरा सीना 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 सीना
I think I like the original. That one was a little much. I have so much respect for dancers too. I mean, it's just another art form. It's like the people spend their lives studying. It's incredible. In the same way that us singers and us vocalists study the voice and train the voice and learn how to control these muscles here. You know, there's a bunch of little micro muscles right in our larynx here where the sound is produced. And then obviously it's resonating in what's called the vocal tract, which is the throat and the mouth, and then at times a little bit of the nasal cavities. There's so much though to study around that. It's like a simple thing, but there is so much around it, and there's so much that the body is doing when we are vocalizing. The more that you study it, the more that it's mind-blowing, even just our body and all these things that are going on even at a subconscious level. You don't need to know any of that to have an amazing voice, but just know from someone who has studied it for years, it's like you're just so in awe of what's going on even under the radar subconsciously. Like we take for granted even just our ability to speak and vocalize and communicate our emotions when there are so many things going on to even do that. Oh my God. Man. I like that. Whoa, I like that. It's just, what can you even say? It's such a production. Oh, I just love that driving beat. I love that. All right, I don't know what to say. They got me on that one. They got me with the visuals. I was thinking I was going to be able to comment more vocally, but it was just so good, and it was all moving so fast. You're having to like stay glued in. I don't know if you were like me and just kind of glued in where that video was to try to keep up with everything, but it's just incredible. And it gives me a throwback to singing in a group in India, and it was just that almost like a reggaeton. We were all like, it was like this. Let's see if I can even show you. It was like I don't know, whatever. I need to stop, but it was so fun. And it's like, for anybody that hasn't just gone and sung with their friends, you need to do it. I think even science says that the time that the most dopamine, which is the feel-good chemical in the brain, not to dork out too much, but basically the sign, or the time rather, when the most dopamine is released is when we are singing in a group. Like we are happiest when we are singing together in a group. That just goes to show how powerful singing is and how it just allows us to communicate our emotions. And it's no wonder that we all are so fascinated with vocalists and with musicians and with singers. You know, it's because it's just innate in us. Like it is a part of who we are. And that's why I'm so passionate about helping people unlock that voice. It doesn't have to take you long. Like I can show you a few exercises to unlock it. Like I want you to think even more than like learning how to sing. It's like unlocking what you already have. That's a better mindset switch, because what you're gonna realize is that so much of singing is a mental game. Not everything is a mental game. Like if you have to go work out at the gym, haven't been there in a while. I need to get back on that. But if you're gonna work out in the gym, you have to wait for your muscles to build back. That's not how singing is. It's literally just our mind-muscle connection. And you already have that beautiful voice. You already have that voice that is comparable to those singers. They did. They just had to tap into it. They had to go through some exercises. They had to train to unlock that voice. And that's what I want to show you how to do. But when you can understand that, then it makes sense as to why people are able to get results within weeks, 2 weeks, what would take most people 3 years when they're doing the older methods. There's newer methods now, newer technology that can unlock this that I want to show you. So whenever you're ready for that, take the free lesson. It's down in the description. I will see you over there. Tons of love. Peace.
But for your eyes, scare the stars above. I'll spend all that I have to keep you up. Yes, I'll be there for you.
I'll be there. I won't let down. No, you can count.